All right, this is Randy Baby here. This is Randy Baby live. Oh, this is off the record. We are in the off the record land here. So we'll be right back. All right, we've made it through the knockout round. We've got the brother duo tandem, Ike and Jake, going up against Howdy and Pouty. On the other side of the bracket, we've got Lance, the king of romance, going through to meet Randy Baby. Let's go take a look at how the semis are doing.
You lost to those guys? You lost to those guys?
All right, so the semifinals are over. Our championship match is set. We've got the organizer of the tournament in the championship, Randy Baby, and his partner Shannon the pilot, and they're going to go up against the old veterans of the sport, Richard and Craig.
You lost to those guys?
Let's go down courtside where everybody's getting ready. We've got our pickleball experts coming in. We've got Matt Dimmick, 5.0 player. We've got JD, the professor.
Be well, do well.
And of course, Larry the legend, Geezer 1. Let's send it down courtside.
All right.
We've got Geezer 1, also known as Larry the Legend. Larry the Legend, he has won multiple gold medal matches in pickleball. Larry, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So we're going to talk a little bit about pickleball and the round robin turkey shootout. Now, this is the granddaddy of them all. We had the U.S. Open, we had the Fall Brawl, and we had the Huntsman Games, all leading up to the granddaddy of them all, the round robin turkey shootout. Talk to us a little bit about what you thought about this tournament leading up to the championship game, which we're about to get into.
Well, it was a well-run tournament, but it was very cold this November morning, and we did get through it. It took a little longer because of the cold, but it was a fantastic turnout.
And this is probably an advanced beginner to intermediate level players. There was 8 teams. We had a round robin style, so everybody played everybody, and that took their seeding for the actual bracketed tournament. And then it was a single elimination in the first round, and then it's semifinals, and the final were best 2 out of 3. Talk to me a little bit about, you've played with a lot of these players. Talk to me a little bit about what you saw as far as the level of play.
Well, I think it was up to the 4-0 level at the end of the tournament. I think there was some 3.5 to 3.75 play during the first part of the tournament, but it came out to be a very competitive finals.
Yeah, so we're going to get into that. So let's go to actually who the competitors are for the finals. So we have, well, a lot of nicknames for your old pickleball pals here. Richard and Craig, a couple of them. Go ahead and give me a couple of the ones that you like here.
Well, Richard English and Craig Bruin have been friends for 55 years, having gone to school together, high school, and played a lot of pickleball together and made a lot of trips together. But they've been known as Howdy and Doody a lot, as well as Laurel and Hardy. And they fit their names because they don't take the game too seriously. They think it's a fun game. They get into tournaments, and they find out they can't compete very competitively because they screw around a lot when they practice and when they play. But in this particular tournament, they buckled down and they played to their 4-0 level.
They played through the semifinals, which they almost were bumped out of the semifinals, speaking to your point of them not taking the game too seriously. Now, they have all the tools. Well, they have a lot of the tools to play, but it's just that application of those tools. So in the semifinals, they actually lost the first match before being able to come. Then the team told me afterwards that they had pity for Richard and Craig because they had beat them so one-sidedly in the first match, but Richard and Craig came back, they buckled down, they won the second set, and then into the third set as well.
They did play very well the last two sets. They played like they can play when they get serious, but they don't take the game too serious.
And Richard is one of those, he's never at a loss for words. You have a couple of other nicknames for them that I liked. One was Howdy and Pouty.
Howdy and Pouty, yes.
Right?
Howdy would be Craig and Pouty would be Richard. Because he loses a lot and he doesn't like to lose, and when he does, we can count, so we call him Pouty.
And the other one, along the honeymooners line of thinking there, go ahead and talk to me about that one too.
I'm going to have to refresh my memory.
So we have Ralph Cramden, which would be Richard, the big, boisterous, and says whatever's on his mind type of fellow. And then the neighbor would, of course, be Craig.
That would be Craig, yes. And they act just like those two guys. It's like a woman and a man, but only two men's bodies. One of them was a cheerleader in high school because they forced him into it. That would be Richard. So he's known as the pom-pom boy at times as well. But he kind of laughs and enjoys that game.
Now, there was a rumor going around the men's locker room that these guys have known each other since what, high school, right? And so there was a rumor going around that Pom Pom Boy came because Richard would carry Craig's football gear out to the football field. Then he would stand on the sidelines and actually watch him practice. Well, and he would cheer for him.
I haven't heard that rumor, but I heard the story was that four of them were going to go in and try out for the cheerleading, and Richard went first, and then they left, and he got it. So he had to be the cheerleader for the year. He never lived it down, but he's taking it a good stride.
Okay, well, we'll go with the cheerleader story then. I'll have to double check my sources on that. But, all right, so let's break down. Give me a pro and a con for Richard and Craig's game, each of them.
Well, Craig is a left-hander. And they do work together well, being a left and a righty. But Craig is a dinker, and Richard's a banger. And he likes to rip it, and he can do it, but he hits a lot in the net. He can dink once in a while, but they just can't play the game because one's a dinker and one's a banger. They've got to learn to dink at the same time and then bang at the same time.
And then their competition are some players that are pretty new to the game. We've got this guy called Randy Baby and Shannon the Pilot. So I know you've played with those guys a little bit. Go ahead and break down their game too.
Well, I've played with Shannon. He's also a banger. He likes to rip it when he can. He's learning to dig a little bit. And Randy's kind of new at it. He's big and he's all over the court, and maybe that's his biggest fallacy is he tries to play a half a court and then some, and gets in the way of the other guys. So.
Very good. So we're going to get down to the finals right here after these words on the Pickleball Network.
Where's Nick? Where's Nick? Where's Nick? Where is Nick?
Naughty Nick, you left your hat. Where are you, Nick? All right, we'll try to get back in touch with Nick. But we'll be back with more for This Week in Pickleball.